It's Saturday afternoon, so I will be doing the maintenance as we crack on. We are having a guest appearance later on with Ken, one of our regular guys who comes into the stream. We met up with him briefly last night on a test, and we will be joining us pretty soon. So he has messaged me, he's just running a little bit late. And I've been running late as well. I've just actually come on now, so I'm running late as well. But yeah, Ken will join us as soon as he can, so that's good. And welcome. If you're watching us not live, the live streams are 8 PM, which is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And we also do the Saturday stream at 2 PM. And it's just a good community of people coming in now with knowledge from all kinds of different things. We've had like guppy breeding, betta breeding, seahorse breeding. So yeah, so stick around. You should enjoy it. Good afternoon, Ian. How are you doing? So yeah, I am running a little bit behind myself. I'm not fully set up yet. So let's crack on. So I've got quite a bit to do in this tank today. I'll say quite a bit. The Nubius on the right side needs some serious looking at. I've moved the wave maker onto this side, and there's a massive bunch of Nubius, and it is huge. You'll see it as I pull it out. It's attached to a rock. It's rooted itself to a rock, and the wave maker's blown it over. And I take it the weight of the Anubius has pulled it over. So currently, where it's dark there, you can see it. That is just Anubius leaning on the glass. So luckily, the Anubius broke the fall of the rock. But then again, maybe it wouldn't have gone over. So it's cold out there today. Cold and wet. Good, good. Whilst I do give the wave maker a bit of a clean up as well today. It's got rubbish in there. Quite decent that wave maker though. Do you like it? Qua, how you doing, mate? How's it going? I am running a little bit behind, mate, at the moment. Saturdays are always a little bit of a rush, so I'm not completely ready, but I thought I'll log on anyway as well. So yeah, excuse me not being about yet. Okay. So, right. I don't know how we do this. It's going to be a bucket, I think. Oh. Straight into a bucket. bring you nearer. Right, okay. Right, bucket. Carefully, because there is a big rock attached to this Anubias, so we'll be careful. And the cribs are down there with babies as well, which isn't ideal either, to be honest, isn't it? So wow, I was so lucky, so lucky. Because that's a big rock. I have to be really careful here. Oh man. Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good. I have to be really careful here. Right. I'm going to have to get loads of clothes down. Some towels down. I think this Anubias has like got hold of everything. So, oh man, that isn't good. It's not good. Right, I think the best thing is take the big piece of rock out first. Oh my god. And then this massive bunch of Anubias. Look at the size of that. Oh my god. Oh my god. That honestly, I could wear that as a wig. And it'd be a great wig as well. That is amazing. That is amazing. That's gonna need some looking at anyway. Look at this. And that is just a bit of it. Look, got even more coming out yet. Now, what you've got to remember is the Garden Anubias. I've only ever bought 4 Anubias plants. 5 now, because I bought a different one the other week. This is just what has grown over 3 years in which started off in this tank, and then I got the angelfish tank. So over the 3 years, all the tanks have just been giving Anubias to different tanks from this tank. And then when I got the CO2 tank, the Anubias just grows wild in there. It's almost as, I'd lie if I say it was almost as fast as a stem plant, but it's actually like almost as fast as a stem plant. So I don't know what to do here. I'm gonna do it. I may as well do the lot, isn't it? Redo the wood as well. I may as well. if I'm going to do it, I might as well do it all in one hit, isn't it? Right, so we're kind of going for a half rescape, deciding as we go. So all this is going to have to come out as well, which isn't actually attached to anything. So that's even better. That's definitely the way forward. Keep that in there for now. Like, honestly, the amount of Anubias is just, no, it's ridiculous. I've already got a load of Anubias in tubs as well. So in a minute, you're going to see just how this tank actually is before the plants kind of took over. Right. Oh, I'm not even joking. I need another bucket. This is amazing. Oh, wow. Well, what have I got myself into? Do we take that out as well, or do we leave something there? Let's redesign the old entire collar. So, I've got to admit, when I woke up this morning, I didn't think I'd be going this far. But, well, why not? Why not do it, eh? Why not do it? I'll do a water change after all this anyway. And, wow. Okay, that's, forgot just how much tank I had. Oh my God, right. I'm not even joking, I do need another bucket. Don't get me wrong, it's a nice problem to have. Having way too much Anubias. But, yeah, so. But I've got loads of Anubias. If anyone in the Manchester area, contact me. If you want any Anubias. So I'm not joking. So, what's Anubias? So there's some really nice rocks in here. So it is a bit like, I shouldn't really have let it get as overgrown as I did. But there's like it's like a piece of rock, wood down there, there's a rock in there, there's petrified wood there that just looks absolutely stunning. And you've just never even been able to see it. So, yeah, it's about time this got done. I've just let it run away with itself, really, and I shouldn't have done. So, we'll definitely bring that a little bit up. I'm not really going to change anything around because that's just like settled where they are. It's just about putting a little less Anubias back, really, you know? It's gone a little bit, the tank's just gone a little bit wild, so and yeah, I'm just reduce it down a little bit. That's incredible. Wavemaker, because that's just collecting loads of this. So yeah, Ken will be joining us pretty soon. He just said he was running behind, so we'll have I'll have a deeper look at Ken's setup, because them tanks last night that we had a brief glimpse of were amazing, weren't they? So right. Oh my god, it's like, I can't believe it. I can't believe we've got 2 buckets of Anubias come out of there. 2 buckets. But I'm only going to put about half of it back. Yeah, I think that's the way forward. Just have it a bit lower. I'm not going to put that piece of rock back in there and leave that off. And yeah, I think it would be better. But just, yeah, we're just going to not put as much Anubias in. Just try and cut it back by half, and then water change. Boom. Should be good. Should be good. There's quite a nice little bit of boost in there as well, so it'd be nice to like be able to see that a bit better. Oh yeah, I've just let this tank run away with itself a little bit. Oh, it's grown and caught up on me. Maybe because it grows that slow, like Anubias, you don't notice it taking over. Maybe that's what it is, because it does it so slowly. But it's nice to get a little bit of this out for sure. Right, so kind of need to look at what's going on with this, which is the better looking stuff. The lighting here is really poor, guys, so I'm going to just see what's going on. And then, right, so we'll just update everybody on where we're at. Will, how you doing, mate? He's running a little bit late. Will, he's said he'd be about half hour late. So I was like, no problem, mate. Yeah, he is joining us, buddy. Kind of hoping he's gone to get something to smoke. And I don't mean like, I mean in his smoking machine. So yeah, should be quite should be good when he comes in, mate. Some of them tanks were pretty decent last night, weren't they? And I am intrigued on making my own CO2, like how he does it. That's like, I would never have thought that, like, citrus and baking soda did that. I was like, what? Oh, yeah, mate, I'm well up for a bit of that, for sure. So, what I've done is, over the few years, I think Anubias grows that slowly that you don't notice it creep up on you and take over. And that's what has happened here. So last week I did cut a bit of it back and it was looking good, looking better. I think I may have just dislodged a rock somewhere on the line and the wave maker's gone on that side and it's blown the Anubias and then it's pulled it all over. And there was I forgot how big the rock was and it was behind it. It was leaning on the glass and it was like, well, I'll show you it towards the end later on in the stream when I've finished it all off. So yeah, it's so I took that out and it's just kind of brought the whole lot of Anubias out. And well, I've got one bucket of Anubias there over in the kitchen, and that's the second bucket of Anubias. So yeah, this was I did say it was Anubias heavy, this tank. I didn't realise there was 2 buckets of Anubias in here though. So yeah, I'm kind of glad that I've taken it out. So I'm going to still put a bed of Anubias along the back there, but I think I'm just going to not have it as high and have it more lower and hopefully see some of the rocks as well. So yeah, it's a little mad. 8:20 a.m. here. I slept in. I have my coffee in hand and starting at which tank I'm going to tackle today. Yeah, mate, this is it, innit? Which one do you start first? For me, mate, it is that I do have an order, but this does kind of need a bit of work doing on it today, so it's long overdue. And now I'm kind of thinking, should I cut back the Java as well? No, I'm not going to do the Java. I'm happy with, I like the Java. The Java I'm really happy with. It's not the Java that I've had my own little problem with in my head. But one plant that is going to go back in is that. Look at that. I'm not sure what Anubias that is, but it's look at that. That literally is one plant. That is literally one plant that's just grown. So that's definitely going. It's going to go straight back in. No questions asked for that for sure. We'll get that kind of. Just get it tucked in because I don't think any of this is gonna lift. So just get that tucked in behind there. Kind of didn't wake up and think about having to rescape the rainbow tank today, so that's all good. KD, how you doing? Big day for me. Pick up my 135 gallon. No, mate. After 2 months of waiting, 135 gallon. So what kind of length is that, K-Dubs? That's oh god. Is that an 8 foot? Would that be 8 foot? I'm reading that right, 135 gallon, aren't I? Oh, I'm feeling this. 6 foot. Oh, mate. Feeling it. So what are you putting in it? I'm jealous, though. Well, it's a good type of jealousy. Oh, mate, that'll be that. I am jealous. I am. I will just be off camera for a little bit, guys. I just want to go look through this Anubias, pull out some nice bits. There is some that I think's died off as well. There is some like orange stalks. So I think that's not healthy. So just a case of going through everything. That's good. I won't even tell you what I've just done. Oh man, just make it work for myself. I'm not even going to tell you what I've done. I will be back soon. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. I'm just looking for some like really nice size mats that I can get in there and kind of like weigh down with no problems, you know. I want it all floating up on the door. So I want a nice mat that I can get in there and I'm looking decent straight away. This is like the beauty of like the aquascape channels when they have the plants already. You know what I mean? It's just you don't have to wait for it to grow out before you can do a decent video on that. So I am back, guys. It's 4. Taking a 55 and 90 gallon and combining them into one tank. Need the room for my breeder tank. Ken, nice, mate. Yeah, mate. You just when you can, buddy. When you can. Got a bit of a mission on my hands at the moment, anyway, mate. So it's all going a little bit mad. It's all got a smallish, well, not a smallish job. It's ended up being rescape of half the tank. Why did I? So you're already playing silly beggars, aren't you? So what we got there? I think that's causing me problems. I think it's this. This penny wall. It's proper mad, this stuff. Do you like it though? Brazilian penny wall. It's quite works well with Anubias. I kind of weave it through the Anubias. Right? And it works well. It does. It works really good. So, right, big amount of Anubias there. There's quite a few bits of so much. Well, I know it's going to end up floating if I'm not careful. I kind of don't want that. Yeah, we'll get all of these out. Oi. Alright. The male crib there, just letting me know No, shouldn't be in here. A little nibble. Now I'm going to do a big water change on this once I'm done anyway. Let's get this. Just come back. Sorry guys, I've been neglecting the chat a little bit. Let me have a look. Where are we up to? Good afternoon, Pete. How you doing, buddy? What was going in? Angels, nice. Yeah, well, yeah, kind of should have guessed, really, shouldn't I, mate? What are you attempting to stick in? Well, Steve, so what's happened is I moved the wave maker to the other side, and it was blowing through all the anubias, but it's pulled the anubias away, but the kind of rocks come with it. So the rock was like really tight, so it's just like falling on the glass. So luckily, the anubias took the blow rather than the glass. So I've pulled that out, but 2 buckets of anubias have come out with it. So the rock's not going to go back in, and I'm just going to kind of do a bed of anubias down the bottom here. But what we've got at the moment is a bit of a problem going on with the cribs. The cribs, I've got some fry down here, but there's nothing much I can do about that. So what I was doing there then was the plec had gone in there, so I was just moving him out of the way. Just don't want any hassle. I want to kind of get this and get these plant weights glued onto this to try and get a bit of weight behind it. Then hopefully I can keep it weighed down, and then I'm out of there. You know, I don't really want to disturb him that much. I hate disturbing when there's young in the tank, but unfortunately today there's nothing I can do about it. So drop the level. I'm going to drop the level once I've done, mate. Just clear the water out then. And just because I'm stirring so much crap up. It's only about getting this sunk anyway, mate. It's it may even sink anyway. May just be able to tuck it in. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. It'll soon root to the rock anyway. It's just going to look. To be honest, I think it's going to look a lot better. I'm already pretty convinced it's going to look a lot better. This is where it's going to really pee off the cribs. Sorry, cribs. You'll be okay though, because now I am out of there. So cribs, do as you please. You're back. Go back to your home, because that I think is all I'm going to put back in. I'm going to leave it like that. I don't know where. Right, so Here's right. So what do we do here now? So how's it going, Ken? You all right, mate? Right, so I've got a bit of a dilemma now. Now I'm looking at it. The Java fern is on a big rock. If I take it out and take the rock away and put the Java fern back in, that will drop it all down so it's all one level. I'm getting some of my 3D print creations together so I can show it. Yeah, mate, yes. Yes. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. So he's taking that rock out. This is ended up going to be a total rescape for the rainbow tank, and I think for the better. For the better. I know I can look at it and think, yeah, it looks right, but I kind of want them all on one level, so it wouldn't sit right in with my head if I don't do it. I'm gonna have to do it. It needs to be done. Oh no. Running out of buckets. You never have enough buckets when you in this hobby, can you? Oh, I didn't expect to end up doing a total rescape. I suppose when you start one side and the other side doesn't look right, then God. I'm gonna try not to swear. Okay, so the rocks come out without the Java ferns. That's great, actually, isn't it? How good's that? So hopefully, if that Java fern just sits there like that. We're all good, aren't we? Oh, yes. Right, I'm going to start taking the water out while it's all mixed up. Kind of seems to have enough weight in itself to stay where it is, so that's good. Just got a bit of boost to put in, and I'm going to stick that at the front there. So honestly, that Brazilian penny water just like knocks itself around things. It's so good. I do love it. It's a great little plant, but I don't think I'm going to put it back in. I'm going to leave it at that. To be honest, I'm already feeling it, and oh goddamn, I need to turn that wave maker off. Not that one. Not that one. It's got to be one of them, hasn't it? I guarantee. But the last one I tried, no, that was a line. Literally was the last out of the 8. I love it. Why? Why is it like that? Why does life do that to you? Right, we'll just have to keep the lights on like that for now at the moment, because I can't log into the app because I'm on the filming on my phone. So we've got some boost there as well. Watch some films. Oh, good. Take that off because I'll give that a clean off. Right. Boost. I've got a nice little bit of boost there. Hopefully we'll just sit nicely in the front there. I'm trying to make sure I put it all up. Put it all clumped together. I might have started something there, but I think it's going to be the right, definitely the right move. I've got a lot of stuff to do before I get my time to take care of all video posts. Yeah, mate. You take care, mate. Good luck. Keep us all informed. Because, yeah, man. Kind of jealous over that 6-foot tank. That'd be nice one. Just have to have one of them to set up today. That's a third world problem you want. A first world problem you want, isn't it? For sure. And that boost can just sit in there. Yes, kind of happy with that. Right, just going to clear that, clean that off, and then got the time to do water change as well. Totally just not organised today. Kind of doing alright. I've covered my mum's pond today for the winter. Got like a piece of corrugated clear plastic on there. Just keeps the frost out, and obviously the light can still get through. So do it every year. It just stops it freezing over. So been down there and done that today, but in Manchester, UK, oh goddamn, it's been raining today. Definitely rained quite a lot today. So, and then when I come back, there was a car crash outside my house, so I couldn't get in. So it's like, it's been a bit crazy, but we're here and we're rocking. So, you know what? I'm over the moon with that. I'm over the moon with that. That's looking pretty cool. See what I do already, right? So there's a little bit of Anubias there. And I don't think Oh, let's take that out. No, I start thinking, where would that little bit of Anubias look best? And that is how I end up with a tank massively overrun with Anubias. But I've got to say, that was pretty cool. I do want to weigh that down though. Don't want to make the mistake of where as it roots grow, it pushes it up, because that's kind of how it doesn't pull itself down. So maybe well, I've got a great idea. I've got a great idea. I'll be honest, the crebensis aren't going to be massively happy with me. But you see, I've got this. It's a great piece of rock. It is a great piece of rock. You're not really going to be able to see it in there for what I've got an idea for. So, yeah, so it'll fit in there. It'll fit in there nicely. It won't be dangerous. And I'm going to glue the Anubias to the side of it there, so it holds the Anubias down in place. That is the plan. That is the plan. Definitely. Decision's made. Decision is made. If you're going to do it properly, eh? So, start again. Anubias out. Oh man, the cribs will be so annoyed. They'll be so annoyed. Needs must. Where's my glue? I have more towels than a maternity ward. Honestly, honestly, it's crazy. But I need them for jobs like this. Right, move this out. Again. Sorry, cribs. Needs must, guys. Needs must. I will just be off camera for a while, guys. Well, not a while. Just while I get this glued on. I don't really think you want to see me glue that on, do you? Especially when my glue seems to have dried up. Oh, no, that's not what you need in your life, is it? Oh man, I might have to tie it on the cotton. It's not what I expected. Sorry if I am nudging you a little bit there. Right up against my escaping drawer, so I just want to see if I've got any more glue. It was only a possibility. So, let's see what we can do. Right, let's see if we can get as much out of this as possible. Which I don't think I'm going to be able to get any out. No, it's gone. Oh, what a nightmare. Right, so, right, I've got cotton. As you can see, I might really organise when I need to do something for a moment. Oh God. So hey, what you're seeing here today is me moving one little thing that had fallen over and it turning out to be a complete rescape of the rainbow fish aquarium. So I guess you're witnessing a live stream that I've been talking about rescaping it, but I hadn't planned on doing it yet. Anyway, as it turns out, we're doing it today. To be honest, I was originally thinking of completely emptying the tank and starting again, but yeah, that's kind of definitely not happening. I have got cotton. A few like weird things have been happening in my place recently, guys. So things just go missing. Nobody lives there, so I don't understand it. So welcome to Fish Club. It's not normally like this. It's not normally this chaotic. Normally pretty laid back, having a bit of a laugh. But today we're having a different look at it. We're looking at what can appear to be just a relatively box standard, easy little job in your aquarium, which should have only really took about half an hour at the most, turn into a full-scale job. So, well, welcome to the hobby. You know what? I love it. Love it. Just can't find my cotton. Oh, God. Oh, you know what I've just found though, looking for cotton? Yes. Tub of glue. I say that and now I'll put money on it that it'll be dried up. I'll put you back on the tank anyway because you don't want to watch me. So I will just talk to you anyway. In fact, this bloody 8 super glue, I know, mate. Why don't you do a part 2? I've found some, Steve. We're all good. So yeah, we should be underway. It's better stick because this bloody glue kind of well, it dries white, and that is a great piece of rock. So, kind of hoping that it sticks and we'll be all good. Anyway, it's glued. I'm just holding it on. I've put plenty on as well, so just got to be careful when I go in there. Now we've got Crepensis babies. There's at least 2 of the neon gobies. So they'll soon move once I go in there anyway. But we can't be gung-ho. We can't be gung-ho. Don't want to disturb much, really. I've done them. I don't want to disturb much. Have you heard me? I don't want to disturb much more than what I already have, anyway. Right. We're nearly there. The majority of it's stuck on, but when I lifted it, some of it weren't staying. So. Is it staying on and I'm just being daft? I may just have to just hold it a little bit longer. I use third and last appetites. I know, mate. I've kind of looked. I've got cotton somewhere, Ken. I just don't know where it is. On the hunt of cotton, I did find my glue again, but I would rather just stick a bit of thread around it as well, but I just don't know where it's gone. So, but I'm hoping. Oh, look at that. Right, so definitely, definitely need thread. I need some time on it. Where the hell's my thread gone? Right, it's got to be somewhere. Yeah. Wow. It's weird how things just go missing. I have a place for everything regarding my tanks and that, and I don't use thread in any other walk of life apart from tying plants on, so it's not like I sit there down in my socks. Don't get it. Don't get it. Oh man. Right. Let's just try things where it shouldn't be, just in case. Right. So don't know where my thread is. So we're just going to have to put it back in like this, and hopefully it doesn't need thread. If it does, I can put thread on it at a later date. Whoa, what was that? Something banged then. I don't like it. That's the bit that wanted to thread in. So right, I'll just have to see how that goes now. See what it's like when it settles. It's not exact. I'm not exactly after that though, to be honest. Right, I'm just gonna have to see how that settles and then maybe do a bit of trimming once it's just not looking as good as what it did before I put it on the rock. It's just right. That is all the meddling I'm doing. I'm just gonna let it settle and then see how it looks from there. Oh, sorry guys, I'm kind of neglecting you a bit. Next mixing stuff in. I'll be sorting my drawers. I know, mate. It's to be honest, mate, they are pretty organised. They are. It's right. I know what that bang was. I know what the bang was. It was the wave maker falling off. It was the magnet falling on the floor. You know when something hits and it sounds like something's hit your glass and you think, oh no. That's what was going through my mind. I am normally a little bit more organised, Steve, to be honest. I don't know why. I kind of don't know where that cotton's gone. To be honest. But while I've been looking for it, I've probably looked at it 10 times. It's not registered. There's one of my old bosses used to call it a man look. You just go in and if it's not where we think it is, you don't see it. And it's kind of true, isn't it? I think this is going to be just a massive improvement on the tank. I really do. It's going to give the fish a lot more room. So we are 2 massive rocks out and a good bucket and a half of Anubias out. So it's just going to open things up a lot more. Yeah, I'm kind of happy I've done it now. Right. Get started where we should be. I did start the stream like a few minutes late. Say there was an accident outside my house, so I kind of not really had time to get anything together before I came on. So, Dane, how you doing, buddy? So, get the glass cleaned. And that's kind of it then, isn't it? Let's get the refill on. So, I do just use a non-stick pan scouring pad, guys. That's all I use. I think it works better than anything else. So there we go. Tank's done. Gets refilled, and then do a little water change on the angel tank. A little bit slower today. Keep an eye on it. It's quite chilly outside, so there we go. So I have been into that shop that I do here, the rainbows, and they didn't have them. They've all gone. They have all gone, sadly. That's some beautiful rosy barbs, though. I'll admit, they did have some beautiful rosy barbs. I wouldn't mind it. I am kind of leaving it at that. I'm adding to the angel tank hopefully in the next few weeks. Going to add 2 or 3 red devil angels to it, and 20 cardinals to go with the 20 or so that are already in there. So if you had a 400 litre tank on you the day after you bought it, oh mate. And I know the damage that does for the job I used to do. It's like the entire ground floor of your property, Steve, isn't it? And everything that comes along with it. Doesn't seem a lot of water when it's in a tank, does it? But when it's flat, it's a goddamn lot of water. I haven't ordered yet, mate. No, I need to be honest. Work's been a little bit crazy this past week, so I do need to find out if I've got any time off left. So I need a bit of time off, and then I can arrange for a delivery. And then one of the lads that comes into the stream, Pete, he only lives like 10 minutes away from me. So we're gonna kind of do a joint order together and go out on the postage. So kind of makes a lot of sense doing that. So yeah, mate, it's 20 quid postage, you see. So Raina, good evening, buddy. Yeah, when you're coming back onto Twitter, Steve. To be honest, I don't really go on it much myself, to be honest. It's just a bit weird we find out what's really going on in the world on Twitter rather than the made up BBC news we get. Okay, just a little bit of buffer goes in, and I think rainbows are they're gonna be buzzing with that. Way more space for them. Yeah, to be honest, I'm kind of buzzing with it myself now. Couple of weeks when that Anubius is settled in, it's going to be looking awesome. Collaboration, that's the one, Pete. Half price delivery. Here we come. I'm going to end up getting some red rainbows as well. You might as well, innit? If you're gonna do it, you may as well do it. Just like I don't know. So yeah, there's I things coming. Christmas, isn't it? So you've got to treat yourself. That's why I look at it. Right, so I'm kind of like stood in my kitchen looking at the tank, and it looks like 100 times better. It does. When it's all settled down and that, I'll take some photos and I'll put it on the community page later. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy with how that's turned out. Yes, I'm over the moon with that. So we'll get this water in. Slightest changes on the angel tank. It's kind of a little bit of water already out of the angel tank already anyway. Because the little internal filter that I have running in there as well, that's got to clean out on Thursday night. While I had I have to take to get that out, I have to take the lid off. So the lid needed cleaning as well. So all that got done. All that got done Thursday. So it's all looking dapper. Oh, I'm really happy with everything. I'm gonna take that little random bit of rotala there growing. Just doesn't look right, so that can come out. Oh, that's awesome, you know. So we've got some crypts growing here, and I have planted some here. So when they grow and they get like full grown like those, we're just gonna have crypts growing in the middle with that little bit of boost there. Yeah, it's gonna look dapper. Are we on? I think I've accepted. Yes, here he comes.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
what's up,
man,
bud?
how you doing?
How's it going?
All right, mate. All right. It's just been a little bit of a crazy one, mate.
Do you water change every week?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I do on the rain. Well, I do on them all, mate. Yeah, because I fertilise daily, and yeah, I water change every week, mate. I do a large one every week on the rainbow.
Okay.
And I do like a 10% on the angel tank.
Dang. Can you hear me okay with my headset on?
What's that, mate?
Can you hear me all right with my headset on?
Yeah. It's fine, mate. Yeah.
Perfect.
So what have you been up to this morning, mate?
Quite a bit of running around and contending with kids, trying to be on camera, all that type of stuff. So yeah, talking about water changes, I don't know, Daisy. I make.
You don't do them?
Oh no, I don't do water changes. Maybe once a year I do water top-offs, but I created this thing for, like I said, water diffuser pretty much, and it stops it from messing with the plants down below.
Right. So is this something you've done on your 3D printer, I take it, yeah?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah,
Exactly that.
That's cool. I've seen like ones similar to that you use a suction cup and it kind of goes in the water.
Uh-huh.
But mate, that's awesome, yeah, isn't it?
I liked it because it hung on the corner. It didn't move around on the inside, and seen other people's designs. I was like, man, I know I can do that better. and it fits on any size tank.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's a great idea. I showed you that. Did I show you that? That floating frozen food feeder I got.
Yeah, that's pretty clever, actually.
It's a pretty decent piece of kit, mate. You just put your frozen block in it.
Right?
And it just, if you've got some like proper rapid feeders, it slows it all down. Stops it, takes out all the bullying of feeding, mate. It's really,
I
really
was gonna say,
good.
keeps all the greedy guys from eating too much.
Yeah, it's really good.
Absolutely.
The
That's
angel's
really
trying to get
clever.
in it. That's the only thing. The angel's trying to suck the food through the holes at the bottom.
Oh man.
They're not daft though, are they? They're not daft.
I mean, when you're hungry.
This is it, mate, innit? Just go in, don't they? It's like, right, the food's there, I'm having it here then instead. So,
Yeah, so I took out some of my bogwood in the top tank. It was just completely engulfed in algae in my neglected tank. And I had taken out a bunch of plants, I don't know, a couple days ago. And I put them through a dark cycle to try to kill all the algae. But I have literally a 5-gallon bucket worth of epiphytes, mainly Bucephalandria and there's some Anubias nanopetite, quite a bit of it, and it all came from a little 10-gallon tank. It had overgrown so much, I didn't even realize.
you know
But yeah,
what? That's what's happened with me, Ken. The problem is, in my opinion, it grows that slow that you don't
and then you
see it
don't realize, yeah.
take over. And it's like, honestly, I already have 2 tubs of booze, and I've just took out 2 buckets now and put half a bucket back. So it's like, honestly, if anyone in the Manchester area wants some boo, so wants some Anubias, contact
Have
me.
you tried looking up on AquaSwap on Reddit? That's where I sell like the greater majority of my plants.
I will have a look at that, mate. I do need to get my act together regarding all that side because, say, I've got 2 tubs full of it and now 2 buckets full, so it's all going to end up going in the tubs because no room. If I had room for more buckets, there'd be a tank there.
Right. With the at least my stem plants, I'm averaging roughly about 400 to 600 every 2 weeks just on Reddit alone. So I mean,
Yeah,
it's really good to sell all your fast growing plants on. People are always looking for good, healthy plants.
yeah, mate. Yeah. Not a problem, Pete. You can have as much as you want, mate. There's Java Fern as well, I think. So yeah, just when we meet up with the order, mate, just take whatever you want. Say it's
Oh,
kind of
Steve,
open up with it.
I run all of them CO2. I'll walk everybody around for a minute.
Good thing is, Steve, he makes his own CO2. So
This one has a splitter, and then that one feeds these 3 tanks. And then that one feeds the big tank. Yeah, I'm a plant nerd. That's what I'm really into this hobby for.
it's the gardening side, mate, isn't it? It's your backdrop's got to be perfect before the fish go in.
Well, not even just that too. It's bringing a little environment, a little habitat into your house, and yeah, that's what. Oh yeah, you're gonna be. Okay, come on, you can come with me. I got baby toys and stuff to. And I got turned on to the Waze canister filters about a year ago. Man, I love those filters.
The Oasis. Is that one with the heater inside?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a great idea, that, isn't it?
Right? Keep the heater out of the tank. Yeah, I
It's
agree. Keep the clutter down.
just everything, as much as possible, everything hidden. I just like not being able to see anything. That's what I like about my little fluval spec. Just because everything.
This tank still has a flue vol in it, or a flue vol canister. I think it's like a 307 or something, but yeah. I haven't upgraded that one yet.
Reese, how you doing, buddy? Have you been out buying today? I think I already know the answer. So addictive, isn't it?
It really is. Like I can't help it. I haven't really been visiting the shops too much lately. It's been shopping online, like Dan's Fish. That site's been pretty good.
Where's that, mate? Sorry.
Hold on one second.
What kind of shops have you got available to you? And like what? Because we're pretty much, we have the odd independent one, and then the main one really in the UK is like Made in Aquatics. But I take it they're like a franchise kind of thing. So what's the store? Is it all like Petco and things like that with you guys, or?
No, there's a lot of actual like dedicated fish stores here. Um, I mean, I guess when I've heard there's areas where it's more rural that only have the box stores, and yeah, I'll never buy fish from a box store. It's been a nightmare every time, always bringing sickness into the tanks.
Yeah, mate. We have. I can still hear you, mate. We have the same thing. It's like the generic pet store in the UK. Just
Okay. Yeah, we have Petco. I think there's Pet Supplies Plus, and yeah, I've regretted it every time I bought fish from there.
yeah, yeah, mate. Some of these aren't great. I'm gonna put that there. Just took a little bit of an Ormanubius in there, and it just hides them roots. So yeah,
How often do you cut your roots away when you're? Do you cut your roots away when you're resticking them?
when I mean, sometimes I do, mate. There I haven't. No, I've just kind of left them because they have been tucked down behind the rock. So they could just see a little bit. So I've just stuck a bit of Anubias in front of them to hide them away. But I do sometimes trim the roots if it's coming near the front. But if it's like because I've stuck it to a rock and you can't see the roots anyway.
Yeah, I've come into a situation with my coffee folia. If I pull it out, it'll completely tear out half the tank because of the roots. They've overgrown so much that it's just a giant mess.
That's kind of what's happened with this, mate. Just removing that one little clump, pretty much the whole lot came out. So it was like, and then once I'd done one side, the Java fern looked too high. The Java fern's always been sat on a rock. So it was a case of, well, might as well take the rock out and bring the Java fern down to the same height as the Anubius. And I'll be honest with you right now, it's full of bits at the moment, but it's looking way better, to be perfectly honest. I am really happy with what I've done.
You know, and it's one thing too when you start messing around and stuff like that. Oh, hold on one second, I gotta see my wife off.
All right, mate. It's just saying goodbye, guys. I know in the UK, seeing your wife off means something totally different. I don't think he means that. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. Right, guys, I'm going to move us around to the other tank because this is just the slightest of water change on the angel tank today, and that's kind of all it needs. This doesn't need any work doing on it whatsoever. good. We can have a sit
Oh,
down.
I think I have to go to the mall today. Ugh, I
What's
hate
that
going
on
to the
it?
mall. The shopping mall.
Oh,
I despise going to the mall.
to be honest, mate, I've got to admit I do hate shopping. I hate it.
It's that time of year.
Yeah, full of idiots though. That's the only problem.
Yeah,
Full
it
of
really
idiots.
is. I've found, growing up, oh, my dad's such an asshole. I'm never turning into that. And then as I'm getting older, I'm turning into my dad. Like all these people, bunch of idiots. Yeah, people can't drive, and yep, yep. I've turned into my dad.
I had it yesterday. It was quite funny because I like I said last night, I don't really take anything off people. So I drive a truck and I'm trying to get into this parking space, and there's this woman. As I pull in, there's this woman pulling in, and she's in a Porsche, and she's going to park right on the corner so no one can get in or out, and she's on WL lines. So I drive past, and there's a transit van trying to get out, so she has to move to let the van out. So she moves out, so I think, right, I'm going to get in that road now. She drives back to it, well, she just reversed back on, so goes over, and I'm like, you can't park here. So she shows me a blue badge, which in the UK means that she's disabled and she can park wherever. Right, yeah.
Okay.
But she showed it through the windscreen. I didn't get out of the cab or anything, so she showed it through the windscreen. I was like, I don't care if you've got a blue badge. A blue badge might let you park on WO lines, but it doesn't mean that you can knowingly block a junction and not give a damn. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So she gets out. She went, I'm not moving. I'm like, you're going to have to move. You're knowingly blocking a junction. The blue badge doesn't give you them powers. So she went, I've got a disability. And I went, she walked perfectly. Yeah, she went, I've got a disability. And I just went, what? No brain? Mate.
It's that entitled mentality people just have now. Everybody seems to, and it's a sad state of world we live in. Just everybody feels like they're owed, or have the right
Mate.
to.
Yeah. It is. It's a sorry world, isn't it? We're living in at the moment. It's a sorry world.
All we can do is try to make it better, though.
Yeah.
I'm trying to teach my kids not to be that way. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So here's another creation. It's very simple. I made little hooks for like my nippers and my tweezers. That way they're readily available.
What's this, mate? Do you sell these online?
Oh yeah.
Put the link up, mate, in the chat for it. If you keep posting the link up, you might as well, mate.
Now I don't ship to the UK, but like I don't know, I'd probably send you a few things just to have you play with and see what you think of.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I make little like windows, like floating windows for floating plants.
Now, I'll be honest, mate. I've wanted one of them. I have wanted one of them. I'd like one so like a suction cup on it, so you can kind of just have it at the edge. So I'd like floating plants in a rainbow tank. Obviously, with the float, it blows them about. So if I could have it in a ring that I could like suction cup to the side, so you just got the nice and stable there. Yeah, I don't know if it's possible.
I understand.
I don't know if it's possible, but it even doesn't have to be a ring, does it? Could be like one that clips on.
I can make any shape, like literally any shape. If you want a Pokemon character, I can make a Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted a rainbow fish shape, I could do that. Like it's relatively simple. Just a matter of 3D printing is pretty crazy. It's pretty fun.
Is it quite an expensive initial setup?
It is. I won't deny that. It is. I mean, depending on how good of a printer you want to get. But here's another thing I created. It's like an under substrate cave type of thing. And oh, green dragon just
like
came
a
out of there.
pleco cave, that.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
mate.
the apistos really like breeding in this one, so the apistos usually take over this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. To be honest, yeah, I'd like something like that as well. Might not be able to get it under the gravel, but I would stick it down like the left-hand side of the angel tank.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think I'd be able to put it in the gravel because I'm pretty sure that the bags of soil go right up to the edge. But yeah, I could still do it. And
I do the same thing too. I made that after I had all my big tanks set up. So I have big bags, like mesh bags full of aqua soil underneath the gravel and sands.
right,
So yeah, I couldn't get it all the way down.
yeah, I'd be able to get it in there and build it up. But yeah, the cribs would probably take over that. But it'd be nice
Right.
to
Oh
see
yeah.
some gold nugget plex jumped in there, wouldn't it?
Now the most breeding I've been getting from the plecos have been like the smaller, tighter caves that I make, and I usually use it to like sit on top of the like a piece of slate, and then it just yeah, they like the tight, confined areas. I'm not really sure why, but that's where I get most of my breeding from.
Hey Kim, how you doing? Good day, Will. How's it going, mate?
Yeah, I got a bunch in here, but um, yeah, you're not gonna be able to see it through all the plants.
No, mate. They are looking good, them tanks, though, mate.
Thank you.
I will be with you pretty soon, mate. I'm just water going back in on the angel tank now, so we're all good, mate. I'm gonna try and tidy up while I go.
Hey, well, I started with Ender 3s, and then now I have Bamboo Lab X1 carbons. I run a small print farm. I have 5 printers, and
Right.
they usually can handle the majority of the business I get from Etsy. So I haven't really upgraded beyond 5 printers. Well, at least for the Bamboo Labs. With the Enders, I had 9 printers, and yeah.
So you're pretty busy with it, Ken, yeah?
Oh yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say it's crazy because it's mainly you push a button and then that's it. You all you're doing is pushing a button and it prints what it's going to print, and
Yeah.
then you come back to it so many hours later and you have an item. Like literally. I mean, the most part is actually designing the piece itself, and unless you're pretty computer savvy, that could be I wouldn't say lengthy, but there's a bit of a learning curve with the 3D um, designing
Right.
software.
Yeah, but once you suss it. He's right, I know. You ever post that people make guns and everything, don't you? Does that happen? Does it happen? People make guns and
Um, so I know I've seen a few things about people making 3D printed guns, but it's the guns are so ready. I mean, I hate to say it, but like guns are. Oh, Lord. I lost my headset. Can you hear me okay?
I am nearly with you, mate. I'm nearly with you.
Okay, there we go. I don't know, that was weird. I lost my headset for a second. Yeah, I mean, I make Christmas ornaments and like little knickknacks and stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot of functional parts too that 3D printing has saved my ass with. I have an old car stereo. I probably should just upgraded the stereo, but I lost the knob the volume knob, and I was able to whip up a volume knob like within a couple minutes and have it printed and in my truck like within the hour.
Yeah,
I mean, just like cool little functional things has been pretty cool about the 3D printing. You know, because there's like things that don't exist that you have ideas for, and to go through a manufacturing process and even just getting like you know, test products are pretty expensive to have manufactured, and you know, 3D printing makes that something that can be done relatively cheap.
To be honest, mate, I didn't even think about it, but that's the reason I ended up with my new coffee machine, because the button snapped on it. And the button snapped on it, and they wanted like silly amounts for a new button. So I thought, you know what, I might as well just buy a new machine. 3D printer would have done the business, wouldn't it?
You know, and probably, obviously, if you don't have one, you could probably looked around and found somebody that could, you know, because every item has specs for it. You know, what the hell am I looking for? Trademark? A patent. You know, and a patent has, you know, blueprints essentially for every single piece that's in it. And you can get access to each piece and, you know, make it from that. So, yeah, in the end, anything can be made.
Yeah, mate, yeah. I'll be honest, mate, if I did have one, I would be making up loads of things for the tank and that. Like that, like you've done there, water diffuser that when you do water changes. But obviously I do my water changes through this, but I'm trying to devise something that, like a spray bar that would fit onto me hose pipe. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
You just play about, wouldn't you? Well, you obviously do. You play about and see what works.
So I made these 3D printed. It's like a light stand, essentially, like to kick the light off of the tank, so I can still access into the tank.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just something really easy to try to get more space to work in. Yeah, well, Bamboo has great deals, Black Friday deals for their printers right now. Um, I would highly, if you're going to go with Bamboo, I would highly suggest to get the AMS unit, because being able to do multicolor prints is the next level. Like it makes things pop.
I think that what the kind of NASA's intentions are for the moon, isn't it? To put like a big 3D printer on the moon in it, and then build a space station up there.
How clever would that be? I mean, houses are being built that way, so yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It'd be a lot easier to take materials from locally sourced, you know, moon dust and stuff, and whip it up.
Yeah.
I guess you'd just have to bring water.
Bring my chair in. I can have a sit down. Oh, God. It's been a day. So I always go shopping on a Saturday morning. Pick my mum up, go shopping. I drop her off. Tend to have dinner down at my mum's. Do whatever needs to be done around there that she can't do, and then I tend to work on the pond down there. And so like today, I've covered the pond so it just protects it from the frost more than anything.
Okay.
So yeah, it's been a bit of a mad crazy morning, mate, to be perfectly honest. So it's nice.
Yeah, we've been starting to get snow here, so we really need to start thinking about winterizing everything outside.
Mate, we had snow Tuesday, Wednesday-ish, and But actually, it's the rain that we've had in the past 12 hours that we've washed that away now. But yeah, mate, just stay down. But
Okay.
the UK comes to a standstill, mate, when it snows.
Is it like that? Like
What's that, mate?
it's like that there. Like here, I mean, snow is part of 6 months out of the year for us. We have like I said, by February we'll have 4 feet of snow on the ground.
Oh yeah, mate. With the UK though, we never see 4 foot, mate. We don't even see 4 inches really.
Oh, that's a shame.
But you wouldn't believe. You'd laugh, mate. You'd laugh, to be perfectly honest. If you actually saw just how much snow we get and how it brings the whole country to a standstill, you'd be amazed. You sold your 3D printers to get into the hobby.
I just seen that too.
And now things, oh man, I could just print that.
There's a lot of like, I mean, it's insane. If you got young kids, the amount of toys you can make, just I love it. I love it. But like for this hobby for fish keeping, it goes hand in hand. At least I've been able to apply it.
Yeah.
I got to figure out dinner.
Are you smoking anything today?
I was thinking about smoking some burgers actually.
Oh, nice.
Making some cheeseburgers. Something simple, but they always turn out great. And dude, anything smoked turns out great.
Yeah. So how long would you do a burger for then?
Oh, about an hour.
Right.
I would smoke it at low temperature for about an hour, and then I crank up the heat to sear it.
Right.
And then yeah, that's a burger.
Nice, mate. Nice.
There's no 12-hour process in a burger. They're pretty thin.
Just put butter on them and all that, or
So I just usually stick to a pretty standard 90-10 beef fat mix.
right.
My own seasonings, et cetera, but
Yeah.
standard when it comes to a burger.
Everybody
in the house loves them, and that's all that really matters.
That is it, mate. That is it. I'll tell you what, mate, though, that shoulder report you did last week looked...
Oh, it was delicious.
I can imagine it was, yeah. It looked it. It looked goddamn amazing, to be honest.
Yep, there is a reason I'm not 150 pounds. Because I love good food. And
yeah, that's what it's all about, though, isn't it?
honestly, I'd much rather cook at home than eat out. Like, we hate eating out. It's always a disappointment every time we eat out. So
yeah. That's the thing, though, mate. When you cook good food, innit? You expect it to be better when you go out, don't you?
right, you want it to be better. But like
yeah.
for us, it's like, all right, well, we don't feel like cooking, so I guess we're gonna pay for the service more than like amazing food. Don't get me wrong, there's places that have great food, but still, we're very hold our food in well esteem.
Yeah, yeah. To be honest, I'm the same. I'll be honest. In the past, like 6 months, I've probably lost quite a lot of weight. But
Nice.
because
And I found it.
I've got some pretty bad stomach issues, mate. At the moment, I'm like proper struggling. I'm celiac, so anything gluten ruins me.
Yep.
But I have kind of been able to get away with certain things. But like weird, really. But like drinks that have got gluten in, I've never really been a problem for me. But
drinks have gluten in them?
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, mate. Honestly, it's in everything. It's in everything. It's a struggle, mate. It's a struggle.
No shit.
Honestly, so you look right. So you'd think Oven chips, yeah, out the bag, into the oven. You just think they're going to be potatoes sprayed with oil. Nah, they cover them in flour so they go golden in the oven.
Oh, I never
And
even
then
thought of that.
if you want one without flour on them, yeah, you have to pay like £1 or $1.30 more. Honestly,
You're paying more for less product.
proper
Okay.
takes the mickey, mate. Honestly, gluten-free bread, right? Yeah, honestly, gluten-free bread is like the worst thing ever. I wouldn't even insult my body by putting it in. I wouldn't eat it. Honestly, it's disgraceful, mate. But it's a real struggle because it's in everything.
My wife's sister is, I don't know, gluten intolerant or something like that. But like every Thanksgiving, I make a special stuffing for her, and yeah, it's gluten free. There's pastas she's made that they're actually really good. Like I wouldn't had I'm not Italian, but I'm sure they're probably rolling over me like, what? But no, I couldn't tell a difference from the gluten free and the gluten in
No,
stuffing
with
or the pasta.
to be honest, pasta's really good. The only difference is so like sometimes for work, I'd make like a pasta salad and take some to work the next day, but it doesn't hold out. After
It doesn't hold up like
after
normal pasta.
no, after about 2 hours, it goes mushy and powdery.
Oh,
Just
okay.
falls apart because it's the gluten that holds it together. So yeah, it goes. So with gluten-free pasta, if you eat it straight away, it's great. There's no difference. Give it 2 to 3 hours,
I had no idea. Okay.
just
No
powdery mess.
shit.
Yeah,
That
mate.
just blew my mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not good, mate. It's not good. And gluten-free bread, you'd be better off eating cardboard, soaked
Hold
in
on.
soaked in fish water. Honestly, proper nasty, mate. It's proper nasty. Have a room full of
Yeah.
printed helmets and models. Now he wants to fill it with tanks. That's the way forward, Pete. That's the way forward, man.
It's. Oh my goodness. Hold on.
My red tail shark videos kind of lit up today. Quite pleased with how it was going. It kind of took off earlier on. I don't know what it's on now. I'm gonna, in fact, have a quick check. Because it lit up before. It was like when I woke up, it had 71 watches, and then when I came back from shopping, it was on like 136. So, which is pretty mad. It's pretty mad. So yeah, it doesn't normally go like that. So I'm hoping that it's on 150 watches now.
The weekend brought people in.
You up with that?
The weekend brought people in.
Yeah, I think so, mate. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I haven't really gotten into the whole media creator. It just hasn't really been a thing for me. Um, I mean, I've entertained because I love gaming, but I mean, realistically, yeah.
I'll be honest,
I
mate.
don't have the passion that I do for like fish and like 3D printing. So
Yeah. I was never one ever thought I'd be doing this, mate. Never. It was never anything that entered my head was to do YouTube. It's actually a mate of mine that kept like pecking away at me saying you should put it on YouTube, put it on YouTube, you make loads of money, put it on YouTube. And I'm like, you know what, I'll have a crack. And then once I started, it kind of grow and it kind of yeah, and then you end up doing live streams like this, mate. Like the other
right.
Saturday, 5 hours. You know what I mean? I would never have like thought that it'd ever turn out like this. And
I don't think I could talk that long. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like talking, but like, whew, I
it's
don't think I
crazy,
could
mate.
talk
Well,
that long.
I I did maintenance on the tanks, which only took an hour and a half. So it was like, then I had a massive, but to be perfectly honest, mate, it went really well because, so my filter packed in on me. So I had to do a filter clean and sort that out. So that took a little bit more. Myers that comes in, Mike, yeah, he kind of just took over the chat, mate, because he knew I was busy. He took over the chat and he was just like talking to people and everything. Honestly, mate, he was proper decent. It really helps out that day. And
Great. I mean, maybe that's something
just about reacting to
we
what
consider
people say.
for like your maintenance days, especially when you can't tend to chat. Like have a guest come in and interact and keep it going.
This is it, mate. So yeah, that's the plan. Try to get Ken, Ron from Garage Aquatics. I think he might jump on next Saturday. I'm not quite sure yet.
Nice.
Keep saying to him, name a time and date, and he's like, well. So I've just sent him back saying like, well, I'd come on at Saturday if you want to do it from Saturday, but I just don't know what time it is for him. You know what I mean? He is over in the States, but I'm not quite sure whereabouts.
Okay.
So it might be Cali. I'm not sure. Depends what time it is there when he gets up, I suppose. Alexander Stoner, how you doing, buddy? Looking super lush. Mate, I'm going to show you around in a minute because the rainbow tank has had a complete overhaul today. No way did I expect to do what I've done to the rainbow tank today. I'll be honest with you. I wanted to move a little bit of a plant and a rock, and I've ended up doing the entire tank, mate. The entire tank is looking pretty decent. Just waiting for it to clear a little bit. So yeah, mate, I will show you around though in a minute. Though. It's shouldn't take that long to clear, to be perfectly honest. I just want to make sure the filter's working all right. Because it is a little bit temperamental sometimes. It's hell of a Zen garden. I watch my tank more than electric. Alexander, I do exactly.
Yeah, I haven't even seen it yet.
I watch my tanks way more than I watch TV. Way more than I watch
for
TV.
sure. Without a doubt.
So much more interesting. There's though, innit?
Well, there's always new life going on and plants moving into, growing into areas that like, oh no, I got to trim that out. But then now where can I replant that at? And yep, there's always action in the tanks. And with having 19 tanks, there's always action.
Yeah, mate. I'm just gonna show this this tank to Alexander, mate, because it has cleared a little bit. So I just want to whip my camera around. So it's looking a lot lower, as you can see.
Okay.
So I'll get a bit of a closer up. So obviously taking out the rocks. It's all the same plants and it's still in the same position, but I've took out a lot of the anubias. And
I like it. I like that.
It's opened it up way more, Ken. It really has. So yeah,
nice.
It's looking for once it settles, it's going to look pretty decent. And then obviously my angel tank, same kind of layout really. No, but yeah, I kind of do love my tanks, mate. I do. I'm going to whip back round to my ugly mush anyway. I'm not getting up.
Yeah, there's been a lot of time put in the tank, so I feel you. I 100% feel you.
It is, though, isn't it? Yeah, love it. I when I did the scape on that, and it took ages, but I wanted it just perfect,
For sure. Like I said, I've gone from having wood and stone in a lot of my tanks to actually been taking out all hardscape. As soon as I've been going to rescape tanks, I've been getting rid of hardscape. I've liked the look of just plants, like having plants be the defining structure, I guess.
This is it, mate. Well, that's kind of what I've done today. I've taken out 2 big rocks today, and a bucket and a half of anubias. But yeah, and once the crypt's growing at the front, that's just going to look awesome. I'm so glad I've done it now, and
Nice.
And I'm really glad I've took that rock and dropped the Java fern as well. And to be honest, it'll probably help with the algae on the Anubias as well. It's not sitting right on the
Not right
light
on the
anymore.
light. Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to help out loads with that.
You've been
Tank
getting
looks
green
cold.
spot on the Anubias
Yeah,
there?
mate. Yeah, green spot. To be honest, the one part I have always kind of neglected it because there's always fry in there. And today I have ripped it all out, but it needed, obviously today it needed to be done because that rock had fallen on the glass. So,
Right.
and it was that, just taking that out, and all the rest of the Anubis came up with it. So it was like,
well, time to do it all then.
little jobs just turned into a big job. And then once I'd done that half, the Java fern was high and the Anubias was low. Just didn't. I looked and I'm like, bit
I like that
OCD.
look, how it's like a hill
Kind
through
of,
the
yeah, it
middle.
kind of looks
Yes.
like that now, doesn't it? It's with
Yep.
that. I'm not quite sure what Anubias it is, but it's quite a long one. It's quite a tall plant that grows vertically rather than horizontally.
Okay.
And that just sitting in the middle breaks it up and gives that effect that it's like a dome in the middle.
Yeah, that's sharp. I like that look.
It's looking good, mate. It's looking good. Just like that. That Anubias that's gone in, it is a little bit pale because it's been like overshadowed with other Anubias. But once that goes nice dark green, it should look dapper. Should look pretty good.
You need to get some reds in there now.
I know, mate. Well, that the Lotus has got to grow back yet, so that'll be good. And the crypts that are in there are a bit like is it the brown Wendy tie or something? Is it or something? I can't think what it's called.
When Deadeye, yep.
That's it, and it is Wendy tie. Yeah, it's like the brown one, so it's kind of like a bit ready anyway. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm a bit of a one for buying plants anyway, mate. I will dose with a bit of iron in there. I'll dose some iron in there as well. That won't do them any harm. So
I have a problem with Rotala. Like I don't know, I collect Rotalas and I think I have 17 different types of them at the moment.
seriously,
Oh yeah. I didn't even know that there was that many this time last year. Like I had probably like 5 last year. I'm like, "Oh man, these are awesome. There's reds, there's pinks, there's oranges, there's green." And then I got to look in and then there's like leaf structures, leaf patterns. Oh yeah. There's some really cool, and they grow really fast too. So it's really gratifying when you have like a full tank of just stem plants. And then it's really gratifying for the pocketbook because all these plants paid for themselves.
yeah.
So,
This is it, yeah. So
I mean,
Etsy, is that
realistically, so Etsy's where I sell my 3D print stuff. I do sell some plants here, but it doesn't do as well as Reddit. Reddit,
Reddit?
I do extremely well on Reddit. I mean, we pretty much pay our mortgage with plants, and I
Wow,
don't do it aggressively, or you know, I do it about every 2 weeks, and it pays our mortgage.
wow.
I mean, I can't complain with that. So,
Nah, mate, no. Well, that makes 19 tanks worthwhile, doesn't it?
right. Well, I mean, and really, that's only coming out of 4 tanks mainly that I
Wow.
have Rotalas and stem plants in. So
All the
everything else is me.
CO2
Like, say that again.
with the CO2. I'm noticing I've put Rotala in the CO2 tank, and I will have to trim that later on because it's
It'll
just
boom.
wild.
It'll boom
Yeah.
fast.
It's looking good. It's finally
What
got
size tank
something.
is it?
It's only a 60 litre, which is I'm not sure
60
what the
liter.
gallon is on that. 60,
20 gallon, I think.
16,
20.
16 gallon, I think it is, mate. 16 gallon or something like that, roundabout.
And then you have the plant 3.0 on it.
Yeah, it's on that. No 2 aqua skies on that.
Okay.
I wanted to put plants on it, but the plant light is the smallest plant light. You can you either have the nano one, but that's sat on a 1 foot tank. The fluval nano light's just not strong enough for it for the edges. So so the next size up. So the first strip light of the fluval 3 is about an inch too long to sit on there. So the smallest aqua sky fits on it perfectly. So there's 2 on there.
Okay.
But does the job though. Does the job.
Is it a foot long or
It's
23 inches or something?
It's about 23 inches, mate. Yeah, just short of 2 foot.
Okay. Yeah. I think I was saying yesterday, F Zone. I was looking up F Zone. I had an Instagram message from them, and they came out with like a new full spectrum lighting. They're really cheap, and I'm pretty sure they can go from like a foot to 4 foot. Different light modules, but
Yeah.
yeah, I've been really entertaining that because I still have a tank I want to switch over lighting to test, and I mean, if not that it'll affect me, but if my wife ever allows me to get more tanks, I'll uh I'll be getting those lights because I guess the app works really, really well. It looked really easy to navigate and had a lot of options to play with. Um, and yeah, I mean, from the pictures anyway, obviously they could be edited, but they were beautiful, like how the plants popped. So I think the lighting was hopefully what it is or what they say it is. But yeah, for I a 4 foot tank. So here in the States, that's a 55 gallon, 75 gallon, and some weird long tanks. For a light to cover a 4 foot tank was like $70. And in comparison to an aqua or a plant 3.0, I think the plant 3.0s are about almost 300 now.
Yeah.
So it's a substantial price savings.
Yeah, it's like the 3.0s. They are
I mean, they
great.
just work though too.
They're just expensive now.
Yeah, but I know they work. You know what I mean? And that's where some of my apprehension comes from. Is I know they work.
Yeah, and I think there's it's either 5 or different colours, isn't there? It's
Yeah, there's 5.
three whites. Is it 3 whites? Red, blue, and is it possibly green? I'm not quite sure now.
It's 3 whites, red, and blue. Well, you're gonna make me look at the app. Oh, I can't do that. It makes you. But I'm pretty sure it's a cool white, like a standard white, and then a warm white, and then red and blue.
Yeah, I think it is. I'm sure. I'm sure I've seen green on a light, but I'm not. I don't think it is. So I don't think it is on the blue one. I don't think it is.
I think it's on the Aqua Sky.
It could be, mate. Yeah, it could be on the Aqua Sky. Yeah, but
Because I still have a couple Aqua Skies on some of my tanks that I don't really care about. But yeah, that I don't put plants in anyway.
Yeah. Hey, I get some alright growth on them though, mate. I've carpeted the grass at the front on it.
Really?
Yeah. I'll show you. The. It's looking nice. It's
My
pretty.
my deeper tanks, I couldn't get the Aqua Sky to penetrate well enough to get good growth on substrate level.
That's mine at the moment, mate.
From the Aqua Sky? That's pretty good.
From 2 Aqua Sky, mate. Yeah.
Oh, you got 2 on there.
2
Okay,
on there,
okay.
mate. Yeah. One right at the front, one right at the back.
Uh-huh.
As you can see, the rotalla's going to need some trimming to back today. And
You got great coloring in there too.
it's looking better, mate, isn't it? That's from dosing iron. Definitely.
Okay.
Since I've been dosing, so I use APT3 fertilizer on that. So it's like a really good fertilizer. So I'm kind of friendly.
Okay.
I'm friendly with a guy on Instagram, and he enters the world aquascaping contests. And last year he ranked, I think it was 27th in the world overall. So kind of like he does some amazing scapes, mate. So I was like, what fertilizer did you recommend? And he was like, I use APT3. So that's what I got. And but the reds weren't getting red enough. Anyway, Jax, who was in the chat last night, he was like, start dosing iron. And iron's just made that reds come out way more.
Okay.
And it is the C.
Yeah, I bought into C-Chem. Yeah, I bought into C-Chem, but I'm stuck because I still have gallons. Like this isn't even all. This is just what I keep like with my tanks in storage. I think I have like 4 gallons of each. So the potassium, the trace, the flourish itself, and then nitrogen. I have a lot. I'm kind of stuck with sea chem until I go through it, but I mean I go through about a gallon a year, so of each. So I guess it'll probably be, you know, 3 to 4 years till I
Yeah,
switch over.
yeah.
I really have been wanting to do dry ferts, but I've
Well, this is
I
what
mean
me and
I
Will are
don't
going to look
have a lot
into.
of info on it yet.
And what I'll do when we finish the stream today, mate, I'll send you a link over that Will sent me on Instagram, and it's called
Okay.
the EI method. I can never remember
I'm
what.
familiar with that. I haven't actually done it myself though, and it's I don't know. I think at the time when I was really looking into it, it was overwhelming, I guess, because like it felt like you're starving your plants, but yet like selectively feeding them at certain times, and it was a lot more than I wanted to do when when I have so many tanks. So that was a tough part for me.
Yeah, I think because I'm only going to do it. I'm going to try it, but it's going to go on this CO2 tank. You know what I mean? I'm just going
Yeah,
to
for
stick.
sure.
I'm just going to. With the others, are just going to stick with what goes in because they're all happy. The mad thing is, mate, my shrimp tank. What plants are all thriving in there, and I don't even fertilize that. I'll put one
Hmm.
squirt of fertilizer in it a week. That's all I do. One
Okay.
little squirt of fertilizer.
I only feed one time a week also, and I mean that's it. Like it's I feed excuse me, I fertilize pretty heavy. I mean, for the recommended dose that's on the bottle, I'm usually about double that. And then but that's it. I only do the one time a week.
Yeah,
So I mean it's not terribly heavy.
I dose a day, but it's only like 6 squirts. I dose like about 12 mil a day. I think about 12 mil a day. It's hardly anything that goes in really, but you don't need a lot going in there.
No, you don't.
Just especially with Anubius, you don't really need a lot, but everything else thrives on it anyway. Like the Lotus does. The Lotus is a little bit. I did knock it back, so I think I've kind of shocked it a little bit. But
You don't get algae blooms and like algae getting
no,
blowing
mate.
up and crazy on you?
No, mate. No. I'll be
What's
honest.
your Plan 3.0s? What do you have the intensity set at?
This is about 70%, I think.
Okay.
Not pumped right up. Yeah, I think on this, I think they're more like round about 50%.
Okay.
I probably need to up it a little bit because I've put some sage at the front and it is kind of fading away. But
Mm.
the only problem is if I do that, it's going to bring algae onto the Anubius. So it's one of them, it's
Right.
finding a low light plant that'll sit at the front of the aquarium. And I thought I might be
That's
able to get
true.
it with a sage, but it's not. So I'll keep trying different things and see how it goes. I'm a bit of a one for like I'll just try things and see if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know what I mean? It's trial and
I've
error.
been through hundreds of plants, like figuring out like what works in my water,
Yeah.
until I went to RO, and then I was able to get each individual tank that like one tank made like hard water, one tank might like soft water for plants to grow. And until then, my tap water, it's literally the water that comes out of the tap is about 700 ppm, and it's like liquid rock. It's super heavy here. It's bad.
Did you see what mine tested out at the other day on the stream?
No,
My parts per million out my tap water, mate. 39.
bite me.
So Will was like, no, I buy RO water.
That's
It's got
damn
more
near.
ppm
That's
than that.
damn near. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think my RO water comes out at 7, but damn,
Mate,
damn, damn.
honestly, my water is a dream. It's a dream.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, but like, so your shrimp. You say you have issues with shrimp. That's why.
Yeah, because there's nothing in it. I don't now though, mate. I just
Are
don't
you
want.
adding?
I've just left the shrimp tank. I just do a top up. I've put like a little calcium stone in there, and I just leave it because it is thriving now, mate. Honestly, it is full.
Nice.
It's full of shrimp. I'll show you. It's full of shrimp, and I don't water change on it. I just literally just leave it. But it's teeming.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely teeming, mate. And this is on the Fluval Plant 3.0 Nano light. But there is
Okay.
so many like little
Yeah.
shrimp in there. It is like it's wild, mate, at the moment. But yeah, that's my little shrimp,
Heck yeah.
and I just leave it. I just don't water change it anymore.
Just top offs. Shrimp tanks you have to do that with, otherwise they're finicky, super
Yeah,
finicky.
it's they want stability, don't they? Simple as really.
I've had a few tank fluctuations, my 10 gallons where I keep my shrimp at, and yeah, I've pretty much killed off like my red colony. They're just starting to bounce back. My blue dreams, same thing happened. No, I sold too many of those, and then that took forever to bounce back. And then my orange, I'm not really sure what happened with that. I think I'm pretty sure it was just pure neglect. And yeah, there was a huge population boom. I scooped a bunch out, sold them, and then next thing I knew, there was like 5 shrimp left. Now there's probably about 20, but it was like, holy cow, like I've wiped myself out. Like, one being bad water quality, I'm assuming, or um, when I switched to RO water, not really thinking about like how adding stuff into it. So
I had it
yeah.
with what is now the rainbow tank. Initially, it was just set up as a community tank, and I put a few shrimp in there and the bread, and I had a really decent colony. But the bigger the tank in it, the easier they are. And I came
Hmm.
home one night, I'd had a slight bacterial bloom, and every shrimp mate dead. It's like,
Blue green.
no, mate, no, it was just a bacterial bloom, but yeah, it wiped out every shrimp, mate. It was like, so then
Oh wow.
you have to do a water change to try and just vac out. You can't. You have to vac out the shrimp. You can't go in there and pick them all out just for there, like eating rice with tweezers. You know what I mean? It's
Oh yeah.
yeah, you have to just vac them all out. But yeah, that's kind of crazy, mate. Crazy, innit? So
Do
yeah,
you put a breeding mop in your shrimp tank or your rainbow tank?
I never have done before, but it may be something I look into now. There's a lot more room in there because there's like a hell of a lot more
They
room
don't
in
have to be
there.
big either. If they have somewhere where there's slightly abrasive, I use yarn,
Right.
and I've had this thing for uh, sh- 3 years, and this thing still pulls eggs every single day.
Seriously.
Um, oh yeah,
Is that the Cali Tower tank?
yes, yeah. There's some Bosmanis left in there, which I got to pull out and send to the pet store. But it's been Kalitawa. Uh, I mean, at least all the fry that I get, they've been Kalitawa.
Oh, right. Yeah, mate. I might have to stick them up in there now. Do you have it at the top?
I
That
mean,
is it more at the top of the?
say that again.
Is it more at the surface or down at the bottom?
I keep mine at the surface just for ease to
Right.
pull out. Um, I'm not sure it necessarily matters, to be honest with you. Oh, I have a random boost growing in my mop.
It gets everywhere though, doesn't it? I'm just like
It does too.
Java for.
They break off and then, oh, there's a new plant growing. Oh yeah, this one's full of eggs. I'll mess with it later.
What is the name of your channel, Ken? Completely. Alexander Stone wants to know.
Um, I mean, it's just Ken's 3D and Aquatics. I mean, Yeah, I post some fish stuff every once in a while, but I'm terrible at it. I entertained it, and I just can't keep up with the scheduling and filming and doing stuff like that. I don't have any real equipment to do so.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
It is hard, mate. It is hard. Like I'll be honest, when I started 2 years ago, everything got done on the phone, and
Hmm.
as I've changed the channel and improved all. I think the first year of content that I put on, I took off. I deleted it.
Oh wow.
I did. I deleted it because,
Okay.
like, I'll be honest, there's still certain ones because I've changed so much, and like doing the lives has given me more confidence in front of the camera. I look back on some videos now and think I need to delete these. Really, just
Oh,
yeah, mate. I just like
okay.
it's just the way you are and the
I
way
don't want people seeing my amateur hour.
it's. Well, honestly, some me like. I'll be honest, though, mate. I am a little bit overcritical. I don't, in particular, like anything I put out.
Everybody is about their own. I mean, I wouldn't take that, as a bad thing. You usually are your worst critic.
I understand when you see actors on talk shows and they say, I don't watch my own films. I always thought, why wouldn't you watch your own films? But when you start doing I know it's not an action film, but when you start doing your own stuff, I completely understand it now. I completely understand it.
Why would I hold my face that way? Why did I hold my yeah, like you start critiquing
Yeah,
yourself
yeah,
and
yeah, you do. Yeah.
like and then it's a lot to like keep in your head. I yeah, no. That's why I'm
I have,
yeah, I'm not
I have to
it's not made
really
for me.
watch swearing, especially like on the live
Yes.
streams. I have to watch
I'm a construction worker. I'm a construction worker. So, yes, that is part of regular vocabulary.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I don't really look at swearing as swearing anymore. It is part of my. It is part of my vocabulary. It is. It just comes out.
But it's YouTube. YouTube is not okay with half of that.
Nah. Well, I have to. When I do a video, I have to mark if there's swearing in it. Since I got monetized last week, so I got monetized last week, but a video that I'd already put on had been launched since I got monetized. But then when I filmed the shark video that I put out on Thursday, when I've come to put it onto YouTube, oh my god, I used to have to do 4 steps. Now I think it's 6 or 7 steps that you have to do, and you have to
Huh.
self certify your video. So, is there kids in it? Is there swearing in it? Is it political and all that? And you have to sit whether obviously no. And YouTube then they accept your self cert of it, but they check it, and if they find you wrong, then they'll hold back your content until they check it. But if they find that you're not lying about your content, having all them things going on, then they kind of let you go and promote it more. It's mental,
Huh.
mate. Honestly, it's proper mad. It's proper mad. Soon because now they ask you, do you want to put adverts in your material? They pick what adverts go in and where it goes in. Go one at the beginning, one at the end, and one in the middle if it's over 8 minutes long. That's where they put it. But you have to
Huh.
confirm with those that it's all right for the advertiser. The advertiser, you have to make sure that the advertiser is not going to get peed off with your content and their
Yep.
adverts appearing in your content. It's crazy, mate. I can understand it. Obviously, you don't want there's quite a lot of political people on YouTube, isn't there? So
Yeah.
the hell of a lot of political people. So I can imagine some
I've been
companies.
flipping through some people that do the war in Ukraine, and that's what it really seems to just come down to. It's not really like, the war statistics. It's more, you know, politically driven. Like, yeah,
In the UK, it is at the moment, mate, because our our politics over there, mate, is crazy at the moment.
yeah. At least I don't want to talk about it.
Nah, mate, I know you've got to really
Yeah.
watch. You've got to really watch, especially
Yep.
on there. Like I say, it's everything I do now gets scrutinised because you don't want. I take it really like obviously I'm quite lucky. It's just an aquarium channel, so there's nothing
Right.
controversial on here, but some of these
Trump
companies
ran
don't
this
want it, do
tank.
they? Yeah, this is it. There's nothing controversial.
Trump made this tank better. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they're not going to complain about the content I put on there, but you have to really be careful.
I could imagine, and I'm glad I don't do it. I will guest star every once in a while, but that's it.
Did you get lucky there, Pete? So Pete's just put damn sat here watching and didn't realise my tank was full. Just caught it before it went over.
Oof.
I know how easy that is. I'll be
Oof.
honest.
I've done that.
I want to go to a mobility shop, right? Yeah, because I think this is a bloody great idea. So, if I go to a mobility shop, so when blind people that live alone, right, make a cup of coffee or make a cup of tea, they have a little alarm that they put on the side of the cup. Yeah. When they pour the water in, when the water hits the alarm, it buzzes. So it lets a blind person know when the cup's full. I want one.
That's clever.
I want one for my tanks, mate. For especially.
I was thinking about doing auto water top offs. You have a reservoir and then it automatically pumps as soon as the water level gets to a certain level. Like the sensor touches air and then it fills it back up until X amount or whatever.
Yeah.
I said that wrong, but same concept, I guess. But there's so many tanks to contend with. I didn't really want to invest that much into it, but yeah, that just reminded me of that. Auto water top off.
That's what shops do, innit? They have an auto water. They have an auto top off. I went into the shop near me. It's probably about 6 months ago now, and the floor was wet, and it was like they just mopped up. I was like, "What's happened in here?" And it was a young lad, and he was like, "Oh, I've messed up." He says, "I've served a customer, and I've put the net back in, and it's sat on top of the auto top off, and it's topped up all the tanks and carried on topping them up."
Oh no!
Flooded the shop out. So yeah, Pete, you've got lucky there, mate.
So I got a funny story about that. I have a hook, or a hose, and then it hooks onto the tank, and then I just fill up for my RO system.
Right.
My wife and I, we did some adult stuff as I was doing this, and I forgot about that that was going on. So as we're getting busy, it rained into the second tank, rained into the third tank, and completely flooded the carpet and stuff. And it was like we came out of the bedroom, and was like, oh no, it was so worth it. Yeah.
You do have a point there, Will. Will says, "What if the switch jams though?" Which, if you did have an alarm on, you would become dependent on it, wouldn't you? So if the battery went on it, you would flood out. So your dependency on it would probably end up going against you, wouldn't it? Here's a good point.
I mean, but
here's a good point.
How long, like the an electronic like that, how much juice do you think it uses? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a battery would last a substantial amount of time.
Yeah.
And I gotta imagine there would be, because it's something so critical, it would have to have some sort of low battery alarm or something to that extent. It doesn't make sense that it wouldn't.
Oh, he meant more for the auto top ups. It was more for the auto top ups.
I got you.
It jams, which is like, I guess, really what happened in the shop because he put the net on top of it. But
Well, okay, so a lot of the auto water top off reservoirs, at least the ones I've seen that make sense, they're only a few gallons, maybe 3 to 5 gallons, let's say. And that way, I have to imagine now that we're having this conversation, why they only make them so large is because of that reason. So you don't want to have a whole 55-gallon drum of water being pumped all over your floor. Whereas if something happens, it's only 3 or 5 gallons.
yeah,
Which is still a lot of water, don't get me wrong. I'd be pretty peeved off if that happened, but yeah, I'd much rather 3 gallons than 55.
Yeah. Yeah, I can
I
understand
need
that, Will.
to
Yeah.
start making lunch, so I am going to depart.
All right,
And
mate. No problem. It's been a pleasure
appreciate
having you on here, mate. It has. Anytime you want to do it, just say so, and I'll invite you over.
Absolutely, thank you.
Very nice,
I had a good time.
Catching up on your tank, having a look at your tanks as well, mate. It is. It's been great, mate. Yeah, but yeah, we'll have to do it again for sure. And I'll try and
Well,
arrange it for a
tomorrow
day where I'm
I'm
not doing
chopping everything
maintenance.
down. I'm going to be chopping all my stem plants down tonight, tomorrow. So they're all going to go to shop, or I'm going to be selling them. So I'll send you a picture and show you the the tree stump forest that I'm left with.
Yeah, mate. Yeah,
It happens every few weeks. I chop everything down, sell it off, and yeah.
How far down the stem do you trim?
So I usually only take it to about where the first set of leaves are. So like if there's leaves all the way down to the substrate, I take it down and maybe like leave an inch. But if like there's stems that are pretty bare up, I just take it past to like the first set of leaves pretty much.
Right.
But for the most part, when there's this many stems, I just take a whole handful, grab them all, and chop below my hand.
Yeah.
And then it's just too much to try to do that with 700 stems. Individually cutting 700 stems.
You kind of got to be
So,
ruthless, haven't you? You have got to be ruthless when you're doing the trimming, really.
I mean, honestly, you could be particular, but with stem plants and CO2 and high light, it grows back so fast, it doesn't matter. It grows back too fast to really be ugly for long.
Yeah.
And that's it. Really, I hate trim day because it goes from being lush and overgrown and full to, what'd you do? Shit. I hope I didn't mess up. I hope
It
I
is
didn't
though, isn't
cut
it?
that too short.
I understand that trimming back, you kind of destroy your tank, don't you? I did it with the Lotus in the Angel tank. You trim it, you've got to destroy it for it to come back looking better.
Yep.
That's kind of what you've got to do, and you just got to accept that, haven't you? It's one of them.
You really do, because otherwise, yeah.
So you're going smoking your
All right. Well, I
burgers.
appreciate it.
Been great.
Yeah, I got to figure something out.
Yeah, it's been great meeting you as well, buddy. It's been great meeting up with you.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure. I'll talk to you soon. I'll keep watching. I'll be in chat.
Cheers,
But
buddy.
I got to start making lunch.
Nice one, mate. Enjoy.
Take it easy.
Take it easy, dude.
Thank you.
See you, mate. So there we go. What a great guy. What a great guy. So, man, what a day. Whoa, no way did I wake up this morning and think that I would totally rescape the rainbow tank. But it's looking way better. It's looking way better for it. Just because it's clearing a little bit now, I will give you a quick, I'll dink it round so you can have a look. I'll try and back off a little bit, guys, so you can see it a little bit better. But yeah, it's wow, totally different. And the rainbows are really enjoying it as well. They are taking a lot more of taking just loads more of the tank. So yeah, that's not something I had visions of doing today. But looking pretty tidy. I'm hoping so, Pete. I am hoping so, mate. I know. I do want to try and catch up with Richard on Fishkeeping Answers, the shrimp guy. I would approach him, and I do think if he could find time if he could find time, he would come on, and he would be a really good guest as well. But at the moment, he's got a book release, so I just know he's too busy. So I don't want to ask him when I know he's busy. For him to say, "Oh, I can't really do it," because then you kind of feel awkward asking him again, don't you? So yeah, hopefully we can get some more guests in. Yeah. Yeah, we've done all right, Ken. I didn't sense any nerves there, mate. I think you've done pretty well in there, mate. Had a good chat. Tanks look awesome. I am intrigued with the CO2 system. I am really, really intrigued with that. Should be good. I'd like to give that a crack. So there's loads of action with the rainbows. It's two males sparring off with each other at the moment. So, and they do hang around with each other. They're like really good mates, and they're sparring. They're really, really close with each other. So yeah, what a change! What a change! But yeah, I'm kind of happy with it though. I am happy with it. It's looking good. It's looking good. Let me just go and close my kitchen window. I opened the window before while I was doing the tank. It got really hot in here. Just heard my central heating kick in, so there's no point having the window open if the central heating's coming on. Especially the price of it in there at the moment, for sure. So we've kind of neglected you guys a little bit, to be perfectly honest. But has anyone been out and bought any nice little goodies today, guys? How's the tank looking, Will? Have you taken the tape off it? So who else would we like to see on here as a guest? There's a possibility Ken from Garage Aquatics coming on next Saturday, but I'm not 100% sure. I know somebody did suggest keeping fish simple, but I just think he's too big. It'd be great if he came on, wouldn't it? It'd just be because it'd make my channel, but it might just be a bit too big. I don't think it'd be any benefit for him. It's lovely to have him on, but I think if I approached it's a little fish asking someone out of a big pond, so I have to go and buy more plants there after getting rid of my snails. I want to get some rabbit snails. I know everyone goes on about them. The core is doing well, Dane. I have counted all 6 in both tanks over the past couple of days. I will show you now because 3 of them little babies are there, and there's another. So there's 4. Got a little bit of a Otto Sinclair's congregation going on there at the moment as well. But yeah, mate, the peppered cories are just like they're not shy either, to be perfectly honest. And then over here, there's a little peppered cory at the back there. There's a couple there, 3 there now. So yeah, they're all growing in. But I am like, what's everyone think of the tank now? Now I've had a change round. The Anubis is looking a little bit. So the Anubis is looking a little bit pale in parts, but it was so overshadowed with other Anubia. So that'll soon come nice and green. It's just changed that tank around so much. Now I don't kind of have to do a rescape. I've kind of done it. It was going to be break the tank down, wasn't it, and start again. But I don't need to. It's done. Tempted Dane, I love them. Peppered cories, right? I'll be honest. Peppered cories are my favourite. Great, changed always good. It is, mate. It's kind of freshened it up in my head as well because I'll be honest, I can't wait now. As I know it's dark outside now, but like I've got all the lights on. When I turn the lights down, or when I turn the main lights off later on, I know it's going to look great. Probably even better in the morning when it's really like properly cleared. But yeah, I know later on if I photograph it later, I will put some on the community page in a bit. But yeah, it'll look, once the lights are down, your tank just look totally different, don't it? Tanks look amazing as your lights outside, as it's darker outside. Look fantastic. So I may have to go in there and just trim a little bit of the roots from the anubias that are showing, making it look a little bit scraggy, but just want it to settle down a little bit first. The crib babies are still okay, so that's good. I know it's crazy in it because I have like decimated the whole tank today, but I have tried to be as little intrusive to the cribs as possible, and there is still the babies knocking about, so that's good. Oh, Danish! Me and Pete are we're gonna be hitting Tropco up pretty soon, mate. I need to just check for when I get some time off work, but I suppose we could have a Saturday delivery. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, mate, I'm gonna have to look at. I want red devil angels, Danish. That's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for red devils. I want three red devils, 20 cardinal tetras, and I want, if I can get some Iranian red rainbows, then we'll go down that road. Might as well get some of them in as well. I've been after red rainbows for a while, and well, if we're doing the order, me and Pete are doing a joint effort, so we go halves on the postage. Great idea by Pete. Great idea. I won't even claim the idea. It was a great idea though, because me and Pete live near each other. We don't actually know each other. It is just through the stream, so it's going to be so it's going to be great. Just have to get some money. But it's not that expensive, Tropco, is it? It's pretty cheap. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Leopard angels. I'm going to look them up though. I will look them up. I did call in to Cascade, which is in Bury, and they've got some beautiful angels in at the moment. A few different types. Can't rightly remember what they were now, but there's some stunners. The more you buy, the cheaper it gets. Yeah, mate. That's what I'll be doing with the cardinals. I may end up getting 20 cardinals for the rainbow tank as well. Who knows? Who knows? Kind of like my cardinals. Melody Shorts Music. Thank you for joining us. How are you doing? Now, did everyone enjoy the joint stream today? Just a little bit different, wasn't it? But if anyone can think of anyone like that they'd like me to try and invite and get on, and yeah, definitely say so. It'd be nice to get a bigger YouTuber on there because it'd help my channel. But we'll see. We'll see. Just plug you back in. So I did buy a new USB multi-port plug thing today. So we're back up and running because man died on me on the stream last week. So it was a rush around trying to find the USB plug. But yeah, I've got a new one now, so we're all ready to go. We're all up and running, back to normal. Put my alarm clock back on in my bedroom now because that's where I had to pinch the plug from. So, I keep looking at a rainbow tank and thinking how good it looks now. Yeah, I'm over the moon with that. And it's just gonna Give it a few days when it's proper settled, and that Nubius greens up a little bit more. It'll look dapper. Like Ken said, look at maybe getting some red plants in there as well. Funnily enough, I'm going to be trimming the red plants with a CO2 tank later on this evening, I think. So you never know. Get some in there, see how it goes. See if we can get any more in the CO2 tank first, or I might just like pack it out a little bit more. Do they sell plants as well, Dane? Now, just out of interest, I did go on the website the other week and had a look, but I didn't look at everything. I just went to look at the red devil angels. When I had a look at rainbows and cories as well, I've got to admit, I was well impressed with their selection of cories. There was like cories that I'd never seen before. You know, they were pretty beautiful. They do plants as well. So I'm gonna have to I might look at snails as well, because I'd like some rabbit snails. Look pretty cool, and apparently they're really slow breeders, so they don't take over your tanks. But yeah, I might look at getting some rabbit snails. I do like the odd snail in there. I just don't know. I'd give them a try in the rainbows with the angel tank, and I don't know if the angels would savage them though. I'm not sure. So I'll have to have a look into that. You're going to order some fish. Have we talked you into ordering more fish, Dane? I'm going to have a look. I will go on it in a bit. I'll have a proper look at what they do. What are you looking at ordering, Pete? Just don't go for the apple snails. I know, mate. I know. I have had apple snails years ago. I had them in my piranha, because it was the only thing that he'd live with. And in the end, he wouldn't live with them either. So, but yeah, they were a bit of. I got lucky, mate. I don't think they ever like went crazy with the eggs and all that, but some of them nearite snails just do my head in. I used to have nearite snails in the back here. I used to have you get called all kinds of different names. When I bought them, they were called tire track, and the ones were like a V shape on the shell, like a red shell, and they were stunning. But God, the bloody eggs all over the place, just unsightly. Some catballs, some cories. Mate, look at plants. Yeah, mate. It's gonna be it's gonna be one, mate, innit? The thing is, mate, if we're gonna order off there, we might as well try and get it all in one go, innit? But I think that's what we're gonna have to do for sure. Some of the cories that they had were amazing. They had albino gold lines, which was like, what? And I'd never even heard of them before. And lo and behold, they are albino with a line on them. They're pretty decent as well. Like, to be honest, if you want a cory that isn't skittish and that are just active and out all the time, then peppered, honestly, my peppered cories are out all the time. My gold lines, everything else, to come out when I feed. And that's kind of it. But yeah, the peppards aren't scared at all. As with like, well, I'd probably say the bronze are the same, but my bronzes aren't in there at the moment. They're all out of the way as well. Albinos are great because they just don't know where they're going, do they? They're kind of almost blind, so they kind of that's why they're such a great dither fish. But albinos are awesome, mate. I've got albinos in the CO2 tank, and they're just active all the time because they can't see. So they're a great dither fish. They really are. But like, I get the same kind of activity out of the peppards. They're unbelievable. They're just so active. There's two now that are just buzzing about. I do like cories. I'm a big cory fan, to be honest. Something different, aren't they? And they are stunning. But yeah, I'm gonna I have to get them angels now. I have convinced myself, rather than, I think if I'd have got rid of these angels, I would have regretted it, because I've had them a while and they've grown. They were only small. They were only like about, yeah, they were only about an inch when I bought them. So yeah, kind of don't want to get rid, but to add some red devils in there, I think that'd be a great move. Great move. Red devils, 20 more cardinals, tank's done. So yeah, and Iranian reds on the rainbows, definitely the way forward. Definitely the way forward. So guys, I am going to cut the stream a little bit short tonight because I'm absolutely knackered. I am really tired and I've got loads to put away. But like loads of Anubis to sort out. So I am going to call it a day. So thanks to everybody guys that's been in today. I hope you enjoyed the joint stream today. It's something a little bit different. Cheers to Ken. Ken, you were brilliant, mate. Thanks a lot. We'll have to do it again for sure. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'm hoping to try and film a short later on as well for Higer. So that'll get launched tomorrow. So if anyone could give that some love as well, that'd be really appreciated. Next stream will be Monday at 8 p.m, guys. So enjoy your weekend. Cheers, Ken. Mate, honestly, mate, we'll have to do it again, definitely. And we'll try and do it on a day where I don't do maintenance as well, so we can just sit and have a good chat. But everybody that's been in, cheers, guys. Take care. Have a great weekend. Be good. If you can't be good, be careful. Take care.